Now we're going to install BMC Atrium Orchestrator. This video will run through all 5 installations of the BAO products: BAO Access Manager and Repository, sometimes called MRepo for short, Atrium Orchestrator Configuration Distribution Peer, which is quite a mouthful, so we're just going to call it CDP, BMC Cloud Lifecycle Management Content, the BMC Server Automation Console, and yes, you are installing the Bladelogic client tool on the BAO target host. Finally, Atrium Orchestrator post-install configuration. BAO has no additional requirements. You don't need to install an external JRE on the target host. Installing 5 Atrium Orchestrator products sounds worse than it really is. As we can see, MRepo is loaded in the currently installing tree and ready to install. Oh, let's close the report card before we start and click Next. As always, take a VM snapshot of the target host before we continue. Review the destination directory. Review the HTTP port and the shutdown port. Review the access manager settings. The default web server protocol is HTTP running on port 9090, but you could also select HTTPS and run it on port 8443. We're just going to stick with the default HTTP settings. Preview the products and versions listed and then click Install. MRepo takes about 5 to 10 minutes to install. And that's it. We've successfully installed the first BAO product. In the installation summary panel, review the installation log and then click Done to finish this installation. The next product is CDP. Close the report card, review the welcome panel. Take a snapshot of the target host. Review the installation directory. Review the HTTP port and shutdown port for the web server. Review the configuration distribution peer settings and enter a self-signed certificate password. Honestly, use a more secure password than change it. Review the communication settings. The default web server protocol is HTTP, running on port 9090, but you could also select HTTPS, running on web server port 8443. But in this example, we're going to use HTTP web server protocol and the web server port of 9090. Preview the products and versions listed and then click Install. CDP takes about 10 to 15 minutes to install. Okay, that was simple and reasonably quick. We've successfully installed the second BAO product, CDP. Review the summary panel and click Done. Close the report card, and now we're going to install the Atrium Orchestrator content. Review the welcome panel. Take another snapshot of the BAO target host. Review the installation directory. Enter the repository password. By default, it is admin123. Enter admin123 for now, otherwise the installation will fail and you won't know why. You can change the password later to make it more secure. Preview the products and versions listed and then click Install. It takes about 20 minutes to install the Atrium Orchestrator content. When you see the validation warnings panel, go into the target host and configure the VM to run in unrestricted mode. Then come back to the installer and continue. Okay, installing the BMC Cloud Lifecycle Management content was also reasonably fast. We have now successfully installed our third BAO product. Review the log, close it, and click Done to finish this install. Now close out the report cards, and we're getting ready to install the BMC Server Automation Console. This product is the Bladelogic client that connects to the BSA server we installed earlier. The Cloud Lifecycle Management installer integrates Atrium Orchestrator and Bladelogic for you. That's why we're installing the Bladelogic client right here on the BAO target host. Review the welcome information. Take a snapshot of the BAO target host before you proceed to the next step. Review the remote destination directory. Preview the products and the versions listed, and then click Install. Installing the Bladelogic client takes about 20 minutes. When you see the validation warnings, go back inside the target host one more time and configure the DEP settings. When you finish, return to the installer and continue. Okay, that's not too shabby. We've successfully installed our fourth BAO product. Click Done to continue. Close the report card. We're almost done. We're now ready to configure the BAO post-installation. Click Next to continue. Okay, this is the only time we've not been prompted to take a snapshot before we install the next product. I'm a bit suspicious. Let's take a VM snapshot anyway, and then we can proceed with the Atrium Orchestrator user information. We've finished the VM snapshot. Here we're going to review the settings to enable the ARS adapter. Click Next to continue. Now, for the Bladelogic adapter information panel, enter the BL admin password that you created a few minutes ago. Specify the settings to enter the NetApp adapter and then click Next. If you don't need the NetApp adapter or you're not running a NetApp server, you can disable the setting and then continue with configuration. Preview the products listed and then click Install. The post-install configuration takes less than 5 minutes to finish. And that is that. We have successfully installed our fifth BAO product. Review the installation log and then click Done to finish this installation. We are now ready to install BMC Network Automation.